Hi everyone. So I'm making this video because I want to show you something wild. So I have built a digital employee that I'm able to sell to small businesses. And the way I've done it is I have actually cloned my voice, imported it into the system, and built a fully functioning voice AI agent that is I'm able to do literally under 20 minutes. So I'm going to show you this because I posted about this a couple of weeks ago and there was an interest in it. So I'm going to show you how it's done, right? And this is something that you can sell to any type of small business anywhere in the world. So if think about like people who are sell like doctors offices or a mechanic, anybody that gets clients through phone calls, people call to request for service, or they fill out a form, or they leave a voice message or something to do with talking to them, you know, if it's somebody that is constructing, like construction companies, if it's a plumbing companies, right? And it doesn't matter. Like if you could be like a freelancer or a developer or somebody that's just wanting to start an AI agency. This is something that will be perfect for you. So let me kind of show you how I've done mine, and I'll walk you through the process. And then you'll see kind of how you can do it, right? So let's get into it, and I'll share my screen, right? So I'm using two platforms. One is the platform called ElevenLabs. Let me find it here and I'll share it here. So you can see ElevenLabs here on the screen. This platform actually allows you to clone your voice. That means, and or the voice of your clients. So that means, because most of the AI tools out there, they sound very mechanical, like they don't really give like a full-on like human experience. Doesn't feel like you're talking to a person with the arms and pausing and raising your voice and different tonations and also accents. Like for me, people tell me I have an accent. I don't even know from which country, but it's a combination of so many different accents based on the many places that I've lived. And that is interesting. It makes it human, right? So it's different from something that sounds very robotic. So this ElevenLabs allows me to clone my voice. So what you can do yourself, you can open an account on this for ElevenLabs. I think you would need a paid version. Let me check here. I'll just show you here because you get credits. You can see here in my account, I get credits. I got the creator plan. And I'll show you the subscriptions here that they have. Okay, so they've got a free version. They've got a $5 a month US dollars. They've got 22 for creators and so forth. So I think if you look at which ones that they have, they've got some limitations. But if you wanted to test it out, you can just start with the free version because it gives you access to like a project. But you may not get access to a few other things, right? So, but at a minimum, you could start with the free version and just test it and see what is available, right? Um, and then from there, right? So now you can see that at least they've got a free version. So you can start on that. For me, I'm on the creator plan, it looks like. And it gives me lots of credits. Actually, I could even go back to the starter plan because I don't know if I use that many, whatever. But yeah, the starter plan, this one that's $5 a month, allows you to clone your voice with instant cloning. This one just gives me more credits. So, but this one depends on what I'm trying to do. But either free or starter plan would be a good, even if it's for 1 month, and you can test it out. Anyway, inside here, there's a lot of tools, right? There's a lot of tools that you can get to use. So there is different things you can build, like images, videos, and all that. But for me, I love this because it has a library of cloned voices, like AI voices, that you can leverage. So there's existing voices, like just mine, that people have created. Let me actually make sure that I have the audio on here. Let me stop sharing, then I'll share again so that I can make sure to include share sound. All right. All right, so you can see this, right? So this, you can find different voices. So if you wanted, you could actually start with an existing voice. You don't have to record your own voice. For me, I prefer offering my own voice because it adds that layer, and it also shows the client that if they wanted to use their own voice, because then you can clone their voice for them inside here. That means, let's say a company already has an like a receptionist, or they already have a team member that already does this work, but they get overwhelmed, they get so many phone calls, they get so much going on. You can take their voice and clone it on their behalf and add it in there. Or if they're okay, they can use your voice, right? If they don't have somebody else. Or they can use the owner's voice so that if somebody's calling them, it sounds like they're talking to the owner of the company. So many different ways you can approach this. But anyway, here there's so many different voices you can choose from. You can click on it and you can play it.
I had been sitting by the lake, the stillness of the water reflecting the sky above. The perfect escape from the chaos of life, or so I thought.
So you can hear her voice. She's more American English type of voice, but you can go and choose like different accents. A lot of this is American because I think the platform was built by an American. But the beauty of this, so you can explore different things. You can see different characters. There's different styles, like conversational voices or people who are narrating. So like this one is more like narration.
Your anger against every form of insult and oppression must be out of love.
Okay. And all of that, right? You can also add characters. So if you're trying to do like a particular character, so this is like Filipino accent.
Laging magbigay ng iyong pinakamagandang ngiti. Hindi mo alam sino ang maaari mong pasayahin.
Yeah, so you can hear, so they're even speaking in different languages. You can literally add any languages, Russian here.
Каждая картинка таила в себе целую повесть, трудную для моего неискушенного ума, но полную глубокого интереса.
Yeah, that sounds very beautiful. Okay. The beauty of this as well, you can also create your own. You can add your voice into here, and you can use it for your own, stuff, or you can actually put it on the marketplace here for other people to use it. And when they use it, they pay you. You get paid for other people to use them. So how you do it is you can create a voice here, click create. You can design a voice using a prompt, or you can also upload an audio, a short audio, and you can clone your voice, or you can do the professional voice. So for me, I went with the professional voice, and this is why I have that creator plan, because it gave me access to this professional, I think one professional voice clone, voice limit to one. Yeah, so I only had one. So you'd have, for me, I just wanted to test this one out. So I went with so it only gives me one. So that's why you can see here it's disabled, but this professional voice clone essentially allows you to upload up to 5 minutes of your own content. So if you've ever recorded yourself, or you can actually record yourself in the moment, you just take your phone, get a voice recorder. Most phones usually have a voice recorder, and literally just speak random stuff. You can read a book, you can talk to somebody and have a conversation. You can do anything. Just record yourself doing that. And then when you do so, up to, it says minimum 5 minutes, or yeah, because it requires at least, it actually requires at least 30 minutes. Yeah. So you do need 30 minutes worth of content. So for me, I just use like all the different recordings that I've had in the past, and I just added them up. So you can upload as many files as needed. Then you just let it sit, right? So, but like, for example, if I were to do this stuff, the voice one, it would be something like this. So you can essentially record yourself directly, which I did not like. So I don't recommend, because I think their system is not that refined. It sounded a bit like staticky, versus instead I decided to upload my own files. So I was able to upload files here. So I just do upload. I find my files wherever I had placed them. I think I had a couple of them like this way. I think I had like some audio versions, right? Like voice, like right here, like voice preview, something like that. And then I open, and then I upload it, right? So once it's uploaded, and you can see this is in short, so they're requiring like a longer one. But once you upload it, then you let it run, and it essentially kind of takes your voice. Right, so this is the voice preview. Let me see. Right, so now it's ready because I've uploaded a couple of them and added. So now I can go next, and then I think I need to delete one. Yeah, anyway, looks like I don't have like a good example to show you right now. But you just take your voice and then plug it in there. And then once you plug it in, let me see. You plug it in and then you kind of let it run so that it will generate a voice. So for example, for me, this is what it generated. I created this. Punctuality is like the sunrise, always on time and deeply admired. And so you can use that and so this when I did mine, this is what I came up with, and I named it and I give it a description that I'm a Rwandan that lives in the diaspora, so that's why my accent is not completely Rwandan and it's not completely American, and it's just a mix of so many places I've lived. So that's why I wanted to describe that, because somebody somewhere I know will probably find it. Punctuality is like the sunrise, always on time and deeply admired. So that's kind of the way it is. So then with this, after I've have my clone, I test it out. If I like it, then I'm good. If not, I can kind of upload new files and then have it kind of clone a new voice. Then what you do essentially, you add this to the marketplace. So you'll actually go through the steps to add it to the marketplace. The marketplace is essentially, this ElevenLabs has its own public marketplace where people can look at you, use your voice in their whatever content they're creating or their business. So like you can see mine, this is mine. I uploaded, I think, on like in February, and already you can see people have been using it. So somebody is using my voice somewhere that I don't know. But the beauty of this is I get paid each time people use it. So inside here, it shows me. Let me see if I can find it. Financial rewards. So it shows me how much I've made out of it. And it's not that much, but at least it does add up if you have a lot of demand, if people use that. So like this is almost like $1 for people just using my voice for a few seconds here. And each time it's played in their system, I get paid. Like it's almost like royalty rewards, like, you know, musicians when they have their own songs and somebody plays it on the radio station or on TV or in an ad, they get paid forever and ever. So this is kind of how it's set up. So, but now I've got my voice. So now how do I use it to build a digital employee for small businesses? Now, the beauty of this is, once I have my voice, and you can create as many voices as you want. Really, you can have one that speaks in like, you know, depends on whatever characters you're trying to build, but you can create as many as you wish to have. You don't just need to do one. So then the next thing is going into this system. This system is called GoHighLevel. It is like a marketing platform. It's really intense. It has a lot of features, a lot. So it can be confusing and overwhelming. And it's quite pricey. At least I've noticed it's about $100 a month. But if you look at it from a business perspective and you're like, okay, if I can get a client that pays me, let's say $500 a month or even $300 a month to help them with their digital employees and monitor them and manage, install it and monitor and whatever, then it could be worth it, because this could be a business expense. And if you have multiple clients, you just pay the fee one time. It's just, and you can have as many clients in there. But the beauty of this is this allows you to create sub accounts. So inside this marketing tool, you can actually build voice agents. And you can build different sub accounts for different clients. So if you have, so like here you can potentially assume these are 3 clients, right? So, but this is the one for my business where I've got my own clients coming through. This is for a different business, and then this is for like one of the clients that I've been helping. This person is a car rental. Actually, these ones are in Rwanda, and so I've built it for them where when people are coming to rent cars or whatever, they don't need to pick up phone calls, or things are already set up in place. They receive the information every time they go to work in the morning. They've got everything all set up. So how to do this? Essentially, you come through here and you can create a sub account. Once you create a sub account, inside the sub account, let me see where I've got inside the sub account. So like let's say this Anytime Essential sub account, you come to the AI agents feature. So then in here, you got different tabs. So you can go to the voice AI. In the voice AI, you can create an agent. If you create an agent, you can use existing agents because like for me, you can use my agent. If you don't want to build your own, you can find it in the marketplace and you can use it. Or you can build your own custom agent. If you build your own custom agent, which is the same as you can build it for your client, you just go through the steps, right? So in here, you have a name for the agent. So you can call them maybe receptionist Sarah, all right? Business name. So this could be car wash, car mechanic, whatever their name is, right? You give them the name, right? APG car mechanic, whatever their name, company name is, you put it in there. What is the language? So the languages are a bit limited here on what they're able to support at this time, but you could actually include if there's a need, if they see demand for that, they can always increase it. But let's say you go with English, right? Then the voice. Here is where you plug in your voice, the voice you created in ElevenLabs. And there is you would have to integrate ElevenLabs inside GoHighLevel so that you can pull in your voice. So for me, I've already done that, and I still get access to all the voices in the marketplace inside ElevenLab because I've integrated ElevenLabs inside here. Plus, I can find my voice, the one that I built. So if I select this one and I save the voice, now this agent that I'm going to build is going to be using my voice. So the same thing, if you built your own voice agent, you can you can select whatever voice you want, whether it's the voice of your client or your own voice if the client wants to use your own voice because they like your accent or the way the language you speak or whatever else. Or you can select from the marketplace. So you've got different options. And then once you have that, you can select what model to run this under. You see there's different charges. These ones you can essentially pass them on the client at some point. The time zone that the client is in so that it's relevant. So it calls, and then you can put the initial. So now you start adding prompts where you're saying, okay, you have reached, AGP. So here you can say, hey, this is what this receptionist will say the moment the calls go through. Hey, you have reached AGP car mechanic. How can I help you today? Okay. Then anything else beyond that, you are going to go into you can put the time, the behavior of how fast they respond. You can include like the speech settings, like is it accurate? Is it, like you can do different things here. The voice settings, you can make it like remove background noise or background speech if people are speaking with, some people like to sound like they're in a bar or in a restaurant because maybe the business is that busy. So we add those things in there too. And then once you have this set up, right? Once you've got those set up, then you move on to the next step, which is where you define the objective of the agent. To define the objective of the agent, I like to switch on the advanced mode because it allows me to then build a knowledge base. This is where you can go and create a character for that agent. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to be able to answer all the questions? So you can build in an FAQ in here. You can create a knowledge base. You can do so many things in here that essentially describe how you want this agent to behave, how to answer questions, and if anything, feed in some of the information that you already have. So one way to do this, you can do a web crawl. Web crawl is for some companies, if you have a client and they already have a website or any digital presence, you can go and web crawl those links. You can add those links here, and the AI will go and study those links and be able to understand how that company profile is, so that it can behave like them, like as if it's their employee. You can also upload files here, so you can create your own document that describes all the things that they do and upload it in here. Typically I use like ChatGPT or Claude to come up with those type of like the knowledge base. If the company doesn't have like a web presence, I use Claude and it will give me a very detailed knowledge base that I'll just come in and upload in here. Okay. And so then the agent gets trained on that knowledge base. Okay. So this is very important that you need to add a knowledge base in order for your agent to know how to answer calls, how to behave, and how to do that. So you go through that whole step, all the process, and then once you are done with everything, once you finish the goals, you can then select a phone number. So for the phone number, this is where you would need to connect to a real phone number so that when the calls come in, they look like they're real, right? So the phone numbers here, there's an option to buy a number directly, or you can purchase it yourself and just plug it in here. And so you just need to read through the details here. It's actually pretty straightforward. It'll probably take you, if you're going to build this, maybe give yourself maybe a day to really go through everything step by step slowly. But it's as easy as once you have this, you've uploaded your knowledge base, you've connected your voice to the voice AI, you've named your voice AI agent and everything. You just save it and it's ready to go. It's literally that easy. And now that number that you have linked there is what the business will use, so that now if they can put it on their website, they can put it in their business card. If somebody calls that number, this AI agent will respond. And if the AI agent responds, essentially, then you can, in addition to that, you can build workflows inside GoHighLevel to essentially automate the rest of the process. So if the AI receptionist picks up the call and somebody is asking for an appointment for their haircut, for example, then you can actually go further and build some workflows here where you're able to then have let me show you this one. You can build a workflow where you can then have that receptionist either add an appointment on the calendar and refresh the calendar so the appointment is booked, or have them notify somebody on the team to say, hey, this person someone needs to speak to them. So the reception could actually forward that call to somebody on the team, or just, have them leave a message. You can prompt all of that inside here. So you can see here, there's a trigger that comes in. So, and then you decide what the next steps in that whole experience of that client looks like. So again, this is, hopefully I'm not oversimplifying it, but it's as straightforward as this. I'm not a developer, I'm not that technical, but so anybody, whether you're a freelancer or somebody who's looking to just build digital employees for small businesses in your city, in your country, in your niche, in your industry, this is something that you can actually try. So I hope this is helpful. I have just tried to kind of show you high level how it is because I've already set it up. I'm not going through this step by step, but it's literally those two tools, the ElevenLabs for the voice and the GoHighLevel to then create a voice AI agent and build a workflow that automates all the steps that the AI agent is going to do for the company. And that is so valuable that you can charge an implementation fee, like a setup fee, a first-time setup fee, and then an ongoing maintenance fee, because you want to make sure that, setup fee, it's for you just to do the installation, the initial setup. And then you can keep on like maintaining, come review if something needs to be fixed, like, or refined or whatever in terms of the prompts or just some of the things like the availability and all this, you still own access to this. So you can still help them to make sure that this is working accordingly. If they receive complaints, you can come and refine stuff and add them to those knowledge base so that the agent knows how to address those things and so forth. So you can then charge a monthly fee to do that, to manage that for them. So this is a really cool idea that don't sleep on it. Okay, we're in 2026, do not sleep on it, especially if you're looking for a job and you're trying to experiment. This is something you can do beyond borders. You don't even you can be living anywhere in the world and have clients in America, in Spain, in China, anywhere. You can use this tool or this, you can build this system, whether you're technical or not, you can do this and be able to sell it to other companies. So I hope this helps. If you want us to help with like doing the very detailed setup, for like maybe one AI agent that you want to sell and you want me to help you to build it with you, just send me a message and let me know that you've watched this video, and just DM me DM me on Instagram. Let me see what word. Just DM me so that I know. DM me agent build, like agent build, so that I know that you're interested in help with building your first agent. Or you can DM me my first agent. My first agent. If you message me my first agent, I will know and I'll see how many people are interested in that. And then I'll be able to see if I can be able to assist you to build your very first agent so you can go and sell it. Okay. So I hope this helps and I'll see you in the next video.